Camelot 331 here, and today I have such a treat for you. It's a good treat. It's not a terrible treat. It's all right. So as you know, we have ventured through the McRoach shakes, the McGolden showers, and just a little tinge of chunky poo slides. But we're back at it again. My inbox is filled to the brim from employees from McDonald's, and I've compiled them together. So let's get into it. I worked at McDonald's in high school. Once there was this new guy. I forget his name. Let's call him D. He apparently went to the same school as me, but I never even saw him. He worked there for about a week and he sucked at his job. Always showed up high and had no respect for the managers. But that's McDonald's for you. One day, during a busy rush at around 5 p.m., I'm working in the kitchen and D is up front pouring coffee. I see this well-dressed white man in his 50s step behind the counter, which I notice because I hate when customers do that. The man grabs D's attention. The man says, "Are you D?" D says yes. Next thing I know, the man reaches into his shirt and pulls out a badge on a necklace. He grabs D, spins him around, and cuffs him. Suddenly, 4 or 5 other customers in the lobby reach into their own shirts and pull out badges. They had D surrounded and dragged his ass right out the door. It was all over in less than 1 minute. Turns out he was a drug dealer, owned guns, and posted pictures of the guns online. The police called the day before and spoke to one of the managers about it, but she wasn't allowed to tell anyone. Needless to say, I never saw him again. And I'm thinking to myself, the real question is, why in absolute hell would a drug dealer have to work at McDonald's? He would have so much money. But the police wanted him, man. The police wanted D. They wanted the D man. The Mickey D. This is somewhat of a redemption story. I worked in this small location in 2009. This woman peels into the drive-thru and asks for an extra large strawberry milkshake. This is a size McDonald's doesn't have. They have a large, which is a good leader. This woman insists that I give her an extra large. I inform her I cannot conjure cups, but I can do a large. She demands her milkshake and goes to the window. I take her money, give her the large one, think the order is done. No, she throws this milkshake at me and demands an extra large. The manager wants to step in, but I get crafty. We had those buckets that we would give kids with Happy Meals. I tell the runner to crank the machine to the brim. I get my hoard of strawberry cow slushy and cover that bastard with cling wrap and poke a straw into it. Then I hand this to the lady and say we just ran out of extra large cups. She snatches it from me and peels out of the place. Comes back in a minute, covered in milkshake. Apparently she went over a speed bump going about 50 and it went off like a grenade. Manager said he'd give her our biggest size, a large, for free. She goes on basically the same rant. Had to get this woman taken out of the place by the cops kicking and screaming about her milkshake. It was a beautiful memory. This is the state of people apparently in our country. You are not satisfied until you get a bucket of ice cream, like a bucket of shake juice in your gullet. You're not happy until you get that shake juice. Luckily for her, it was a certified strawberry McRoach shake. Extra bucket large. Just for her giant ass. Hell yeah. This one kind of makes you lose faith in humanity. Because people treat fast food employees, really retail employees in general, like absolute garbage. Almost like they're not real. If you've worked in this kind of situation before, you can attest to this. People act like you're not a human being, right? They act like you're a robot that's just supposed to serve them at any cost. Doesn't make any sense. They'll talk you up and down, man. They don't give a damn. It's insane. People they're just terrible. In the middle of a hot July, the air conditioner had stopped working in the kitchen and it was fine on the front counter for customers. The heat behind us was making us workers feel faint and we had to rotate for cooling down breaks regularly. This meant that our team was hot, stressed out, and not thinking straight. One of my orders was messed up and a man in a business suit had been waiting a couple minutes for his Big Mac meal. I forgot something from his order and breathlessly chased him down into the car park. I have an anxiety disorder as well, so my heart was pounding in panic of missing him and getting in trouble. Sir, I'm so sorry. I forgot your side order. He swiveled 180 degrees, looked me up and down and paused. I was panting, sweaty, and gross, but I didn't feel half as disgusted until he gave me that look. Down the nose, chin jutted upwards. He coldly answered, "If you can't get it right working at McDonald's, of all places, then you have no chance in your life." I remember feeling a gut-wrenching sensation. I would have preferred it if he just punched me in the face. Being assaulted with a 99-cent cheeseburger didn't hurt half as much as that. I was suffering with depression at the time. On the walk home, I was picking out buses when they rode by and internally screaming at myself to throw myself in front of one. I'm glad I didn't. I'm going to university now, 4 years later. That makes me completely lose faith in humanity. What kind of person would tell some young kid who's, you can obviously tell is having just a stressed out day, you know, just trying to make it, man, just trying to make it. Tell them they have no chance in life. Like, and I've been in that situation. Like, I've been in a situation where everything goes wrong and you get a little frustrated being the customer, but I've never like said anything out of the way or done anything out of the way. You just move on with your day. But some people, gosh, the hate. Let the hate flow through you. It's like when you go into your comment section and people just want you to die. They're like, "I don't like your eyes. I hope you die." You know what I'm saying? I've had people say, "I hate your voice. I hope you get shot in the face." And I'm just like, all right then, damn. Lord. Oh, Kevin. A coworker came up to me and told me he was gangsta. I said, "Kevin, you're no gangsta." He then pulls out a Glock from his waistband. Kevin, in fact, was a gangster. I like to call this story power mad. This is the kind of people that become police officers. I was a first assistant manager. We had a kid who was just promoted to shift manager. He was a very good employee and he knew his stuff. We had high hopes for him. His very first shift, 5 minutes into the shift, he does a walkthrough of the dining room. He asks a girl who was 7 months pregnant to change a trash bag, and she tells him no, that she can't do it. Obviously, because, you know, she can't lift heavy things. He walks to the back of the store, gets the trash masher, basically a mop handle with steel plates on the end, to compact the trash. Walks to the garbage bag and mashes the trash. Then he takes the trash masher and knocks the girl out with it, screaming, "I'm the boss and everybody better do exactly what I say." And continued to yell at everyone about how she needed to be fired for insubordination and no one else better ever test him. He was arrested later in the store and was trying to argue with the police officers that he was in the right. The girl had a major concussion, but she and the baby were okay. What in the absolute hell? Like, his first order of business is to knock out the pregnant associate? First decree, let's knock out the first person I see. That is unhinged. There are people that are unhinged. That guy was definitely unhinged. I went to hand a drink out the drive-thru window and the asshats in the car threw a large blue Powerade all over me. My manager said if I went home early due to being soaked, I was fired. What the hell? So you get Powerade thrown on you, and then you can't change because you gonna get fired. I would have just hugged the manager and made him all wet, and then be like, "Yeah, don't leave now. You're not allowed to leave, remember?" See what he says then. Just give him a big old hug and make him wet. See if he goes home and changes. Best damn belief he does, and then you can, right? He'll probably still fire you. I had a very short stint working at the Golden Arches. The soda machine was literally never cleaned. On my first closing shift, I went to take the nozzles off the soda machine, and there was mold literally caked around the inside of each nozzle. Oh my God. The manager told me that the constant stream of soda kept the machine clean. So it wasn't necessary to remove the nozzles. That manager is a scientist. Pure science. Like, the nozzles keep it clean. It's basically acid and antibacterial. That's what soda's made out of. It's fine. If you're drinking soda right now, your entire innards of your body is clean. It's fine. I feel like that's a curse. It's a curse for me and you watching, because now you're never going to be able to drink a soda from McDonald's or anywhere else ever again. Because the mold, man. You are now one with the mold, and the mold is now one with you. Mold Donald. I've had a customer come up to me in the middle of the mall, off shift, and tell me how I forgot his sauce on his burrito. This guy's at the mall. Not at McDonald's. He's at the mall. Not working. And a guy says, hey, you forgot my sauce. What? Oh, let me just go back to McDonald's for you and get it. Like, can you imagine? You leave work. Okay, let's say you're working at McDonald's and then you clock out and leave, and then you see somebody just chasing your car like 20 minutes later. They'll be like, I've been chasing you for 20 miles. You forgot my onions. Oops. What the hell? Living in the South, this hits hard because this is absolutely disgusting. I don't know if any of you remember the grilled onion cheddar burgers that McDonald's used to serve, but we used to keep the grilled onions in a heated tray in the grill area. One of the guys I used to work with at McDonald's came in one day all pissy. He used to chew tobacco while working, which is gross enough as it is. Well, he got caught on camera spitting his chew into the grilled onion tray. Oh my God. I think he got away with doing that almost his whole shift until someone saw the tape in the manager's office. He was fired on the spot. I'm not sure what they did about the burgers that went out served like that. So they actually served the spit-filled grilled onion. God. Oh my God. Oh my God. It must have been Kevin. Kevin is in fact a gangster though. So those are my favorite ones that I've got in the past 2 weeks. Don't be shy. Send me your stories. Comment them in the comment section below. Send them to me on Instagram and Twitter. Instagram. My new app. Make sure you download it. Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter. If you like hanging out with me, don't forget to subscribe. You'll hear tons of more stories, and maybe you'll hear yours. That is all I have. Thanks so much, everyone who hangs out with me. It means the world to me. It's a great community we have on YouTube. I love each and every one of you. You guys do amazing things. So until next time, get on it. Doggone it. Bye. Yeah. That was a dumb one.